Did you know, in a 2012 interview with Attack on Titan creator Hajime Isayama, when asked, "Mr. Isayama, what is your fetish?" he responded with, "I have a body hair fetish." I mean, it checks out. You ever look at your own YouTube channel and then start thinking of ideas for your next video, but you aren't really playing anything right now, so you're spending all your time reading/watching the most popular anime that has been premiering at the time, so you want to make a video on that, but everything's already been said about it, so you start Googling random shit until you come across an old interview with the creator of that show and say, fuck it.
That'll do.
Yeah, me neither. So a little backstory about this interview. It was done in 2012, which is almost 10 years ago now. Damn.
I'm old, Gandalf. I know I don't look it, but I'm beginning to feel it in my heart.
For context, the anime didn't even premiere until a year later, and the interview was done with MTV. You know, the network that does nothing but produce the absolute best, highbrow content there is.
I'll win because I worked at Hooters and now my Hooters work for me.
I'll just go ahead and say it. Curvy girls make my junk twitch.
So that should give you a general idea about how this is gonna go. The interview starts off by explaining how... Wait. We get an extra special bonus?
Oh fuck yeah, I'm hard as a rock.
But MTV talks about how the interview was essentially questions they had fans send in. It starts out normal enough with the editor stating, "Thank you for being here today. We've received a lot of questions from the readers. Please just answer them as much as you're able." And Isayama, or Isa, saying, "I have a feeling all of my answers will be boring, but fire away. Nothing is taboo." They then ask him why he decided as giants as the theme to his work, to which he responds with, "Well, giants are kinda gross, aren't they? That's why." I mean, he's not wrong, I guess.
I smell the blood of...
Holy crap!
Boy. He looks pretty bad down there, Morty.
They then ask him, has anything in his life changed since the series released, to which Isayama said, "I got a weird phone call from my bank. They were wondering about the sudden increase of funds in my savings, so they probably thought I was running some bank transfer scam." Huh. Nice flex there, Yams.
Look at my shit. Look at my shit. I got rings of this shit. All this shit. That's it. Money. I'm about making money.
Now, I'm not going to go over every question, but this next part is my favorite. There's a pretty standard question, you know, why did you decide to be a manga artist? To which he responds, "I just decided one day is all. I had a habit of doodling and daydreaming anyway, so I was fortunate that my interests were compatible with something that's profitable." But then, no joke, the very next question is, "Mr. Isayama, what is your fetish?" Like, what? Like, who the fuck just...
What? What the fuck?
Hey, manga artist, it's really cool that you created such a popular series, but what kind of sexual kinks do you have? Like, dude, what? Who asks that? Right after that question, what? We are then informed that Isayama likes to fuck hairy people, and then the interview continues. So at this point, I wanted to look into the actual interviewer a bit. Her name is Bridget Albertsons, and she's done a few MTV interviews and articles, but she hasn't really been on MTV since 2013. I don't know. She's just a writer. Nothing really weird there. She seems cool. That's all there is to say, really. So after the fetish question, things seem to go back to normal for a bit. He's asked how far he has the story planned out and who his favorite character is. It's Jean, by the way. Something horse. And it looked like a pretty standard interview from that point on.
But wait! There's more! Hang on to your seat, baby! Cause this one's a screamer!
Except when he's asked this. If you were on a desert island and could only have 3 things, what would you choose besides me and a guitar? To which Isayama answers, "Other than you and a guitar, I guess I would bring a U.S. Armed Forces fleet." Alright. Then, right after that, the interviewer says, "No special question," and Isayama just says, "What?"
Say what?
Then this next part just confuses me. Interviewer, I'm guessing that drawing titans after a long time would do things to your mind. Do you have nightmares about them? Isayama, I think giants aren't really scary in the first place, so no, never. But before you said that they were gross, but I guess gross is different than scary, so they're gross but not scary, so they're more of a... and not a... Even though they're presented in the manga to be scary, but he doesn't think they're scary, and... this interview is weird. But it's okay. We're almost done. Isayama then says that the scariest thing in the world would be a bunch of middle school girls looking at him and going, ew, while laughing. So that's about par for the course so far for this interview. And then later on, he's asked about his favorite scene in Attack on Titans... with an S. Well done, MTV. And he answers, the scene where the TV studio... Dude, what is this? The scene where the TV studio gets taken over and rock and roll music is playing. Sorry. You know, at this point, I was just like...
Sorry. I'm out!
They then ask him what his favorite food is, and he says, I'm not really into food. I guess he just doesn't eat. Sweet. And finally, the interview concludes with the question, from what page does the story really get going? To which Mr. Isayama finally concludes and says, just wait for the 420th summary on. Please keep reading. And that, everyone, concludes the weirdest interview I've ever seen with one of the greatest storytellers of our time. A few more things here at the end.
But there is one last thing I'd like to talk to you about today.
There's this picture I found on Reddit of Isayama after he finished the manga. It may be a screenshot from a Japanese TV program or a news outlet, but it's of him enjoying his time with his Nintendo Switch after devoting a large chunk of his time creating a story that we all love. So you enjoy that Switch, Isayama, and thank you. And thank you to everyone who watched this and supported me. I have a small update coming soon to the channel, but the support that I have gotten so far just blows my mind. So I'll see everybody soon for possibly maybe a little video on a new game coming out next week. It could be Meer, it could be something else, who knows, but that video is going to be coming out. I don't know when, these take a while, but thank you everyone who subscribed, and thank you to everyone who likes the video and comments, and thank you, and I will see everybody later. Bye.